I'm not sure if that's actually going to hold up for the entire reading or not, but we'll see. I hope you guys have been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people in good places, doing good things. I'm not sure what this reading is going to be about. I feel like collective's energy has been very focused, you know, being very wise in your tasks and decision making, etc. All right. Tell us what we need. Well, goodness. That went a long ways away. Ooh, somebody's mad at you. Somebody is very disgruntled, I guess. I don't know. I don't do that kind of energy. But somebody's feeling some kind of way because you are the champion of transformation, is what it says on the card. You are a freedom fighter. You are a pursuer of welfare. And I believe that means like well-being, healthy things, and justice. Let's see. What else? What else do we need to know? All right, there's some soldier who's out of the game. There's somebody who, this energy is out of the game. They feel like you just move too well. Like whatever you're doing, the way you move, the way you get down, the way you make things come together, the way you know, make it happen. It's just too good. It's whatever you're doing, whoever is guiding you, however you are getting this stuff done, it's working out very well. All right, this madman player energy, maybe trying to swindle somebody or sending some message or trying to make a message, but I don't, look, let me tell you something. That ain't happening. Whatever they're trying to write about, whatever they're trying to say, whatever they're trying to swindle, that's already been, that's being watched, basically. Whatever this person is doing, someone's watching them do it. Because that watchman is coming out very heavy on the bottom of there. So somebody's watching them, maybe even reporting back to the clergy about whatever this person is doing. Yeah, there's some heavy energies of people who are not mentally stable, who have joined these cults, and the cult doesn't necessarily go have you do a physical, right? They don't necessarily have you go, you know, go check and see if you have schizophrenia or compulsive disorder or, you know, whatever. Now the clergy is, aware that this person is trying to small talk them, like this person is trying to alleviate like whatever it is that they got their selves into, like their hands into, is what it is, or whatever they got themselves into. They're trying to eliminate that. They're trying to like maybe see if some elder or something like that can assist them with something, it looks like. But maybe with having like a leisurely life of some sorts. Let's see what that's about. Let me get another deck. All right, so this person is trying to see if like, oh, somebody's trying to, oh, so, okay. So these elders are letting this person know that like, it's a wrap for that. Like that socialite, leisurely life, you know, running around town. That's over for whoever this player energy is. What happened there? Ooh, I can't make it up. Yeah, moving on. Whoever this clergy is like, yeah, we need to find someone that's stable enough to actually hold this position. And I don't know what this is, but maybe this person, you know, is holding a grudge because you dodged all their bullets or something like that. Maybe you dodged them bullets. You just jumped yourself out the way. And I heard that. Shoot. That's the kind of, yeah, you remain unfazed. You don't, and that's the right energy, right? That's how you actually dodge bullets. When you're in an energy of, okay, this person is doing this and this person is doing that, because it's not like necessarily you have to like go and find and have a reading done or anything that to know when people are trying to do something against you. If you're intuitive enough, if you're, you know, connected with yourself enough and you have a relationship, you know, a strong foundation with you and God makes sure you know things. Like it'll come out of, you know, sometimes I can see stuff come out of my children's mouth and I'm like, what? And my child will repeat it and it'll just be something that pops into their head and I'll just be like, wow. Wow. So I feel like you're getting a lot of information from additional places too. You're able to tap in some way, even more. It's almost like you don't even have to tap in, you just in. Yeah. So this, whoever this is, maybe is trying to start some type of girl fight or something, trying to start some energy of like maybe you, I don't know, being hooked into a fight or being hooked into a battle. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be hooked into, taking things into the wrong direction, or they want you to be hooked on, trying to persevere past this person. It's like this person doesn't even play a part. This is, this the other energy that you're trying to look. I mean, that they're trying to. I don't know. It's almost like this person is always partying, doing whatever, and there's constantly coming. They're hooked on this girl fight energy with you, and like talking about stuff and like just all kinds of random stuff. And it's like, what difference does it make? What is the purpose of this ignorance? Because they're broke, and you're in this jackpot energy. That's all it is. You walking around looking like money, smelling like money, feeling like money, talking like money. You doing it all. And they're broke. And I don't understand why they don't just focus. Like, literally, if they spent their time doing something else, they would probably have more. It's not even a probability. They would have more. Because it's like what you focus on is what your reality is. So if you constantly focus on this fight with somebody else, then you constantly in that fight. If you focus in on your money, winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money, just money, 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 it will come to you. Yeah. Oh, okay. What I'm understanding is this is coming to these people. This is happening. The reason why they're going broke is because of this divination abuse. I always find that so funny because it's like the one thing that you thought was getting you what you wanted actually took away everything that you thought you were getting. And it works that way. That's how it's supposed to work. These people are stuck with like a lot of karmic friends. Oh, maybe not. Their karmic friends are running away from them now. Okay. Is it that their friends have found themselves in more trouble? That's what I'm seeing here out of the table. It's like when you come into connection with these types of energies and you be, and going with the flow. No. So what's happening with these friends? Dang, these things be coming out. Ooh, these friends are starting to become uninterested because it was kind of this way. So it may be like they're finding that some friends are like completely disinterested in whatever they're trying to do with this divination abuse. And they're seeing how this person got so broke doing it. They're looking at this person like, dang, like this is why you're over here trying not to say anything. Maybe something happened to this person's car too. They're not trying to say anything. Maybe this person is saying, oh, I got a different car. Ooh, yep, fake flexing. So this person's out here trying to maybe say they got something different, or I don't know, but they're actually in bankruptcy. Maybe I don't know. I'm getting like maybe even sold a car for $500 or something. I don't know if they have an expensive car. Yeah. Oh, wow. And then maybe there was some type of dirty offer that was given to somebody. Somebody wanted to come in and kind of maybe make amends or something like that. That didn't work. Yeah. That didn't work at all. What is it that these people want? Like, what is it? Actually, I feel like it says wants you back. That was the literal card, or to be a third party. That's not going to happen. Hey, what is going to happen? You're going to dust it off because you know full well that this person is a happiness hater. And you're fully aware as well that this person is just wasting time sitting in this obsessive lover energy. It's just the reality of things. I mean, if someone wants to live their life like that, I mean, who are we to say that they shouldn't, I don't feel that they feel great. I don't feel that they feel, happy. I don't feel that they feel fulfilled because they're not even really in a situation with you. Like there's no actual connection. There's no communication. There's no like back and forth. There's nothing. So that's why I don't understand how people are obsessive. Yeah. How people even get into this stalking energy if someone has completely let you go. If someone's not trying to, hear you out, or it's always strung like odd to me when people don't want to accept that other people have accepted letting them go. Yeah, maybe this person doesn't want to even accept there's okay, so this is a different energy. Whoever this is that's irritated by you being a queen rising, this is an older feminine energy who's very jealous, who's very caught up. Yeah, they're mad because they have to hustle through life. That's all they've been doing. But that's look at how their attitude is towards you. If this person is, sending you the evil eye or talking mess about you or actually doing spell work against you, this that's why they end up staying in this hustling energy. And understand, making it rain does not mean you have money. Making it rain means that you're just flossing. That's what we used to call it. This person is only focused on money, and it's good to be aware of and making money and to be conscious of how it, affects you, affects the people around you, and knowing that having it is important. But it's another thing to really try to always just constantly, I don't know, constantly like be chasing it, like willing to do anything for it, willing to step on anybody for it, willing to do, whatever it is for money. These people never end up getting it. Like, that's just how it is. Look at how many age-old stories we see where people go and they try to win they try to get something over on somebody. Yeah, you're unfazed. They're into you, but the unfazed popped up right after it. I mean, it can't be even any clearer. You're completely unfazed by this. You don't even, it doesn't even, like, it has nothing to do with you. It literally has not a thing to do with you. Like, this is a real played out energy. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. And I feel like you feel, I don't know, it's an uncomfortable feeling to know that people are like that possessed or obsessed with you, because it's not healthy for them, I don't think they even acknowledge that. Like, and that's the sad part. That is the really truest sad part, is that other people don't think enough of themselves, but they think so highly of another person that they'll do anything to try to like be a monitoring spirit in their life. What does this gain? I've never seen anyone gain anything by trying to be a monitoring spirit, by like from somebody trying to watch and gossip and look, into what somebody else is doing and like fake accounts and all the rest of this. And like, what do they actually benefit? Because I mean, they should know that it all comes to what's done in his heart. And what I understand is all these people know this already. Everybody around them already sees this about them. Yeah. Yeah, people are actually trying to cover and cloak themselves from this person now. They're letting this person know, like, no, I can't help you out, like financially. Like, no, I can't help you out. I got stuff to do. They've been already made aware that they need to like become invisible to this person or to use caution or protect themselves. That's what they learned probably over in the winter season. Because whoever this is, again, if they will go after somebody that they know or that they've been in a marriage with or a relationship with or a child or a parent or a sister or a brother, they will damn sure go after you. They will damn sure go after you. And I think that's what a lot of people are realizing. Like, oh, because my thing is what I didn't understand about some of these things that come out. It's like, how could people think that you were doing something against them when you don't have a connection with these people? If all of these people have left your life and they've isolated you and all these other things, then how can they actually think that you have a connection with them to know or to harm or to hurt or destroy what they're doing? You have to have a way in. That's why they keep sending monitoring spirits. So it's like, okay, well, you do realize that the person that's you think is helping you is actually the one that's doing the stuff against you, because they know all your business. That's what I think these people are catching on to. Like, well, how could so-and-so, be coming after my this when I haven't talked to so-and-so in years. We don't communicate. Only person that knows. Like, that's what some people might have to start doing to find out who their culprits are, is actually taking the time and start putting out little bits of information. True or false, it doesn't matter. Just so you can know and see who, is doing what. That's my solid advice to you. Put out some information and see if it ever comes out. Give each person something different. Wait. That's a surefire way to see who it is that's attacking you, that's trying to come after you, everything else. Once you actually take the time to try to acknowledge that within yourself and say, okay, wait a minute, maybe there is something. And this is a way of you protecting yourself without feeling like you have to go to spell work or, doing a return to sender or blah, blah, blah. Be cautious and be mindful, be wise, use discernment, Say, okay, I'm gonna tell so-and-so that I got XYZ job over here. And I'm gonna tell so-and-so that I got this over here. And then see how the information comes back to you. Tell somebody you're making a plan to go do, a party or something that you're not really doing. And see, I don't know. It's just a lot of ways you can get the drift on how to do it. That's the problem though that they have too, is because you're not interested in any type of drama. Ooh, looks like they may be trying to get out of this though. There may be somebody who was a cheater or something like that, who's trying to make some type of quick exit, who's trying to get out of this this situation. Because they see you're unfazed. Wow. Maybe they're even involved with the police, or the police have been caught in contact with them. Or they're aware they have some like legal issues or something like that, or that are going to sneak up on them very soon, because they know it's almost kind of like, the people who rob the banks and get away with it, they sit there in fear every day. And my thing is if these people have been doing things to you constantly, if these are people that, if this is, someone that you met when you were younger and you had a relationship with you and they connected with your family and they're still kind of around, the nasty energy, it's all about making sure that you're cognizant of the fact that you don't want them, and that you're clear on that. And nothing else really matters at that point, right? And anybody else that you come into contact with, like, that they know that, you're solid. But I feel like the people that watch my readings and actually take heed and, understand them well are the ones toxic and draining and, disastrous ultimately. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's this is both of those energies. I'm getting like ex energy, and I'm getting family member energy too, where there's like a family member or a friend. It could be all three, could be multiple, could be seven. I don't know. Some people also feel like I don't know, they're just really jealous people. It doesn't seem healthy, right? It doesn't seem like a way to build anything for their own lives, But we see this type of energy. We see these people, they get really old and they, either become homeless or, are all those people that always need some help, or who always, struggling because, it catches up. What I understand from this shift that we're having, it's going to catch up with people a lot sooner. Yeah, you always bounce back. You have a really great attitude, about life. I don't know. I think people also may misread you too. They may assume that, like, if they see you, like maybe this is a workplace thing, and if they see you in the morning and you come in and you're like, you may have just be overwhelmed by traffic. But this person is going to take it as like you have a miserable life. Your boyfriend left you and you're pregnant, and I don't know. This is just really weird energy. Like, they just assume. These people often assume, like, anytime you have, it could just be that it's too hot in the room, and they're just going to assume this stuff is going on with you. But that's delusion, right? That's illusion, right? And that's often what happens to people who are under spell work, because the people that are doing the spell work, they have to know that they're under it. They have to know that. Especially people who think they're sacrificing. I don't think they know what they're doing. Because if you understand the word sacrifice, it means to offer up as something good. So it's like if somebody sacrificed you, it's like, oh yeah, God knew, yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, this person is actually can't grasp it yet that they're not going to be able to do anything to you. They can't grasp it yet that they're, they feel like they're the snake in the grass, and they're going to get you, and they're going to make sure, and they're, mark my words, and, over my, DEA body, you better believe, I'll do it myself kind of energy, where it's like, cuckoo. It's like people that get so delusional that they're willing to try to take you out. So then what you going to enjoy once you go to prison? You're going to join prison. Yeah, okay. I mean, you can't make people grasp things. That's what it says here. It's like, you have all these green flags, but you can't make anybody grasp that. You know that. You're not trying to. You present yourself. You're there for whatever time you're there. When you leave is when you leave, and it is what it is. You're in this energy, this taking a big bite out of life and moving forward, building. And this person is probably, these people rather, are realizing like they never built anything. They don't have any ideas. They're not, making solid foundations. They're doing all of this game playing. So it's like, what kind of foundations do you build with people that you're using, that you're going with together? Like you're using people or working with people to do bad against others, and you expect them to think that you wouldn't be up to something behind their backs. If people haven't figured that part out yet, then there's a long way for these people to go. If these people are literally continuing to follow someone that's continually been wrong, I couldn't say a prayer for them. It wouldn't work. They're going to do what they want to do, right? Yeah. These people like making the most of inflation situation by inflating it. Just what I finished saying. They like to say, "Oh, I saw her. She was so sad. I think her boyfriend broke up with her." It's like, no, I burnt my toast. These people go really far with they really think that what they're doing is actually having an effect on you. It's wild. It's wicked. It's like, we haven't seen it fully work yet, but we just know that like if we keep ignoring this person or we keep getting on this person's nerves. How does that work? Yeah, every time you have a fresh mindset, you're like, oh, okay, so you can keep putting your clothes in my laundry. Okay, we're just gonna go do our laundry somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, you're gonna keep stealing my lunch out the fridge. People have gotten smart with that one too. Somebody gonna end up in the hospital playing them games, but. You do things that don't think it's like in a malicious way. You're not like, okay, I'm gonna send this person, to the toilet kind of energy. You're just kind of like, okay, well, I'm gonna just make sure it's liver and onions every day. You have a playful energy about it, and that's why they can't win too. It's because they can't really steal the energy that exists within your spirit. Like they cannot, no one can be you. That's why destiny swapping does not work. No one can be you. We saw Haley try to do it, but is she really living Selena's life? I just want to pause on that for a minute. All the stuff that this woman did to get with Justin, and you could say that was a destiny swapping situation, but did she get the destiny that she wanted? Or is she very unhappy? Because no matter what, I don't feel like she's displaying the image of a happy and, wonderfully married woman. So consider that. People do whatever they want to, but consider what are the results of what they do. Did she really get the man, or did she get a situation? That's what a lot of people fail to realize too. They feel like, oh, well, no, it's this and I got that now. And, shiny things even sometimes make people, more disillusioned, more caught up. Yeah, you're realizing that you know the two-faced people in your life, and I feel like you don't even care. You may be the type of person that's like, again, you're going to go with your mood. They don't dictate how you respond to their presence. And that's probably another difficulty for them too. It's like they want you to be angry, then you're like, hey. Then they want you to be happy. Then you're like, what are you doing at my desk? You know what I mean? So they're wrapping themselves. It's kind of like, okay, so imagine, they say you can give someone a rope and they'll tie themselves. It's kind of like you just gave and gave and gave and gave. And so imagine how wrapped up and intertwined. Have you ever watched those like MTV, shows where they had to untie the ropes through this obstacle course and, through these bars? It's like that. Somebody got like the longest rope of ever. And they didn't realize they were tied to some, contraption, not you. You gave them the rope. That's all you did. You let them go. You did not sit to be an anchor for them. You left them tied to whatever it was that they wanted to be tied to you, and you went and established something new for yourself. Rightfully so. Yeah, they're blocked. They're completely blocked from you. There's nothing left to say. Don't call me. Don't text me. Yeah, and they think that they're still concealing their deception. This may be that family energy. Yeah, this is where they are. They're really in the clouds. Like I said, someone may see you and you're tired from, you may have had to, get up and go pick up a friend from the airport at 4 a.m. And they're assuming that you're tired because you've been up all night fussing and fighting with somebody or something crazy. It's just these like assumptions that people make, and it's like, I live alone. you know, or they may feel like, oh, this person, can't take care of their kids. It's like, no, everybody needs rest though. It's just weird energy. People always trying to place a perception upon you that doesn't exist in your world. It feels really sad though that these people have no focus on themselves, whatsoever. This is really sad. I forgot what this thumbnail even is on this. Let me see. 1, 2, 3 on my clock. All right. Yeah. Oh, yes. And there's definitely that energy. Make sure that you're not telling people like maybe next lifetime or saying anything weird like that because duh. And then the part of this saying miracles don't need an explanation. Everybody wants to know why things are happening for you or why things are going well or why everything is turning in your favor or why this won't work against you and why. There's no explanation for a miracle. Have you had one? I didn't think so. So that's why. You're minding your business and enjoying life's pleasures as you should, whether it be the traffic on your way to work, or, making your favorite butt cake. I don't know, it's just the things that bring you joy and pleasure in life, are what you continue to indulge in. And other people want that to be something else. Yep. Wow. So it looks like you're also, like I was touching on this too, like the building of the trust. Like if you can't trust people, maybe that's what they're realizing too, that they need to be able to trust people in a relationship for it to thrive. So these people that other people are working with, they're realizing like, damn, I can't trust this person. I can't trust this person at all. Like they're realizing that. They're maybe even wondering why they even admired this person or the connection in the first place. May even be realizing like the connection with some of these people wasn't even on their own recognizance. It was through you, and they're realizing that. What else? These people do not trust. Ooh, they're in deep too. Ooh, yeah. Now these people are in deep and they're looking deeply at like, dang, I got into this. I trusted this person to be my friend and to be guiding me in the right direction. And now I'm actually looking deeper and figuring out that this wasn't the way to handle these situations. This wasn't the way to go about these relationships. This wasn't the way. So now these people are confused because, ooh, wow. Maybe they were trying to get love from you, and now that you have it, they're realizing like, oh gosh. You can't take love away from someone who loves themselves. That should be a surefire, like, no. Yeah, you can't change someone's emotions. Yeah. And it looks like that's what they're always trying to do, is just to, change your emotions, get you to feel like you're sad, get you to feel like you're hopeless, get you to feel like something, but you don't have that energy. Like, everybody has moments, like I said, when you are in traffic, you're not happy, and it's okay. I don't know. I feel like these people feel like it's not okay to have emotions. Maybe it's because they're not comfortable with their own emotions. Oh, that's huge. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, yeah, these people are in this emotional energy too of like hoping that you would rekindle with something with them, but I don't feel like that's an option. Yeah. It's like you forgive everybody for what they've done. You just want them to move on. That's the clarity they need to have, is that like, yeah, okay, all is forgiven. But if you continue, you gonna get let that be clarity too. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's not up for discussion. Everybody's been enlightened. Everybody's been made aware. Everybody sees this queen rising energy that you're in. Trying to rekindle some type of old commitment or connection is not going to work. It's just not an option. Yeah, they'll just have to observe and like look back at, or like watch you move on in a new committed connection that's eternal and unbreakable. Because you know what's important. You know what type of commitment. You are a, what is it called? Secure attachment type. So you only attach with people where you feel secure, and they have to be able to hold that own security within themselves and like what role they play in your life. They have to be able to observe things too, and to be able to let go of things as well, right? That are their own problem, because it's not like, oh, they need to let go of this person or let go of this habit or let go of this mindset. That's on them, right? You're only there to observe whether or not people are making themselves worthy to be in your life. You're not there to do anything but just to know when to let go, you know? It's you just yeah. But I feel like there's this really deep past life link that you're experiencing right now, that you're embracing. Let me say that you're embracing. And that's, I feel like it's supposed to be like, it wasn't going to be anything else. Anybody who feels like they missed out on that was because of them, you know? Yeah, because you've already been in this energy where your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process of the new relationship, because you don't get triggered until you're in the relationship, right? Yeah. And this is a real soul connection. You're able to see the difference between these false connections, these fake connections, people who want to use you, or people who are there, have a hidden motive. Gosh, hidden motive. Or that may have had a moment in your life, right? And you've been studying that. You've been looking, and learning. And you all, this is so beautiful. You've been letting love show you how to learn from each other too. I didn't know this was going to turn into a love reading. I've been guided to do a love reading, but I haven't been focused on it because I'm like, I don't know. People always want to hate, but it's going to come out, right? It's going to be there in their face. Divine soul matches have amazing moments of synchronicity. Duh. Man, the union of divine soul counterpart is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. Miracles don't require an explanation. This union does not require an explanation. It's a miracle to them every day that you're even in union with your highest self, that you're even figured out what you needed to by studying them. They got to accept that. What the hell? Yep, you're embracing this. You've been enlightened. Look, you've been enlightened and you're observing everything. So maybe that's the energy. You're in an energy of enlightenment, embracing, and observing. And then now you're moving in this love, commitment, feelings. And this commitment, you've let go of whatever you needed to. Yeah, that's the energy I felt too. It's like you let go of everything. Everything's like, adios, migo. Sprinkle a little underlay on that. Those are those boundaries kicking in. Knowing, oh gosh, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Oh wow, this was a test. This is a test to see if you were going to continue to move forward with attracting, what you wanted to in life, pretty much. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. Okay. The appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality. So even if you are looking good and I feel like smell is like a requirement for life, right? You can't really turn off nostrils. I don't know. But you can be looking as good as you want to, but if you're not feeling good, you're not smelling good, you're being stinky. You're not thinking good thoughts. Yeah. This is all playing into that. This is how you really attract the soul pairing goes beyond superficiality. Okay, my friend? You honor this. You honor this. Treat the people you love with respect and you'll find your relationship becomes stronger. All right, I respect you. Value. Focus on things of value. All the stuff I already be saying, accept. And be willing and ready to accept what fate has in store for you. And a lot of us always get like that little nerve guided, like nervous, anxious, excited energy. And it's really just you needing to accept that. Like that's a good thing. Excitement is good. Accept that. Look, I'm not even lying. Surprise. I told you. I told you. Whatever barriers were there were left behind. It's not even a space on here. Yeah, because you set those boundaries and you kept to them. Yay! This is good. Boundaries are super important, yo. Because how else when you got to cut it? Oh, let me. I've been going from real light to dark in a second. But don't come at me. I'm going to tase you and I'm going to call the police. I just want you to know. Anybody out there trying to come for me? Oh, I'm going to tase you till you poop yourself. And I'm going to call the police and tell them all about it. I don't play no games. Yep, that grudge holder. Somebody is literally still holding this grudge because you dodged them. Look, what you supposed to do with a bullet? You're supposed to be like, oh, come, please shoot me. Kind of idiotic. Now this new offer is coming in. This love that you have on your brain. I love love. I literally had two songs in my head at once. I had that one that I was just singing, Love on My Mind, and some other one. Yep. Continue to move in silence. Everybody thinks like, oh, something's wrong with you. So they're quiet. They're this. Their boyfriend cheated on them. That cracks me up. I don't know why, because I haven't got cheated on so many times. It should be funny, but it is now because I know better. It don't mean nothing about me. It mean everything about you. So yeah, I have no qualms. Maybe a lot of people are doing a little reflecting. Maybe that's what they're. Maybe that's what. Somebody is such a hater. Is it just me or they don't want this reading out? I'm just trying to figure it out. The whole entire thing fell down. Okay. I'm almost finished anyway. We're just sitting here doing our little shining thing that we always do. There's photo proof of that as well. So you're not worried about things. You're not tripping off of anything. It's just probably some clout hungry people who just want to like have their name in your mouth because then people will listen to them. So some people want to say they know what you got going on, you know what you're doing, etc., just so that people will lend an ear. They're really caught in some type of bad habits or something like that. Or maybe even somebody's clout hungry is out there trying to put boss daddy into some bad habit energy. That's that spiritual hater. So maybe boss daddy is getting much more spiritual, really getting in tune with himself and like cleansing his energy and making way for his new fresh start in his life. And like all of us are. So someone's trying to maybe invite you out. Go party and get you mucked up. You better stay away from these people. Whoever this, somebody is trying to force that energy. So that's that temptation or tested. This person may be fake flexing, trying to say, oh yeah, let's go on this trip. Let's go do this. Let's go do that or something like that. So that may be some type of energy that's coming in. This person is envious of you, divine masculine. This person is a psychopath. And they're probably dealing with some some paranoid energy that you left behind. Yeah, this is for you. Some paranoid energy that keeps trying to apologize to you, but you know this is a karmic and you're like, I'm happy that they're suffering in silence. Let them go sit on the other side of that door and figure themselves out. You're literally running away from these people. Look, distance. Maybe even your family is distancing themselves from this person too, because that was something I mentioned earlier on. Like people try to connect and be attached to your family, thinking that's going to attach them to you, that possibility of that. But your family maybe is letting them know, no, they have someone new. Ooh, wow. That person did not like that. Yeah. And then maybe they're even letting this person know, no, we just feel like, this person is, doing better. They're not in this toxic energy. They're very happy. They're very peaceful. We see how this new person has changed this person's life. And this is really stressing this past person out. They're drowning. Again, those boundaries. And that's really excellent that your family can set boundaries as well, because that wasn't their relationship anyway. That was yours. And they were just invited to the connection to enjoy, right? And when you remove somebody, they've got to trust that you've removed them for good reason. So that's what's happening. This person isn't going to be able to force their way in. Everybody's ignoring them now, maybe if they're coming back trying to make these waves. And you're recharging your energy, ignoring, too busy winning. Maybe they're trying to dig some dirt up and try to see where you're moving to and where you're going. You're going where you're going. That's where you're going. Just so in case they needed to know, I let them know you're going where you're going. It's against my religion to tell you my business. Yeah, there's some cyberbullying. That's what I was thinking about earlier too. You may notice, there may be an uptick in I don't know. See, because I do things that end up viral on the internet for no reason. I'll place a comment and then 6,000 people. It's oh. That was witty. So they may have people like are trying to come underneath your stuff and like posting things to make you, feel insecure or feel some kind of way or something like that. But I don't feel like that's going to really affect you. Um, I noticed that a lot too. Like I'll get all these, man, these fake pages are out of control. I feel like sometimes they send you these fake pages, like the people send fake pages to have you like click on their story so they can see you watching or something. It's really weird energy. Ooh, somebody's got actual proof that this person has been looking you up too, and that they're a spiritual hater. And spiritual just may be like you don't cheat. You have more, up here than to just be going out doing all of that all the time. You have more to yourself than just a vagina or a penis. There's more to a person, and that may be what people are realizing about this old person. Like, why are you always looking this person up? They're realizing like this person is trying to start some drama for you. Somebody maybe even stood over someone else's shoulder and like videotaped them for a minute and sent it to another friend is what I'm seeing. Like somebody was like, look, that's so cool. Maybe that's the energy that's haunting this person. Yeah. And they're laughing because you're so unbothered. You're so like, and somebody mentioned them, you're like, yeah, I know they still want me. I know. It's a non-factor. It plays a part in their life, but it doesn't play a part in yours. Whoa. They don't like this. Okay, so where you're at is they're maybe realizing they're just up to the same stuff, and you realize that too. You don't really care. It's not your responsibility. You can't change anyone, right? You have an offer that's coming in, or you'll be making one, right? And there's somebody that's trying to pretend to be you to like creep. Maybe someone's watching, trying to see like when you leave town or, watching how frequently you post and things like that. It's real weirdo behavior. Real weirdo. Actually, I can't even call them weirdo. I think these people need psychological help because it really is like a decrease of mental capacity. And, when people do these types of things where they watch and stalk and harass, and it's a really, negative, bad energy to be in, if you ask me. Anything else? Hey there, bullies. Talking about you. So maybe they're going to be faced with the same stuff that they do, or maybe that's what they're dealing with right now. It's like people are seeing them for who they are, and they're just like, look, ooh, I'm getting somebody here got hurt too. Somebody else already got hurt, and so now and then they're telling other people. So people are seeing them for who they are for real. And that situation is over. Ooh. Yeah. They're trying to like cause you endless harm. Whoa, yeah, you're protected. It wouldn't even let me flip my fingers around. You're protected. You've been indulging in a lot of this self-love, which kept you from getting into this trap, and maybe it was a trap of loneliness to feel like you were alone or something like that. But maybe because someone, wasn't trying to be in a commitment to you. But why would that be your resolve? Like, why would your resolve to feel like you're nothing just because, I don't know, this doesn't make sense to me. Maybe before you felt like, someone was important to you. Maybe it was even someone that you had a family with and you were like, okay, I don't want to ruin my family bonds or my family relationships or this or that or the other. But in the reality, when people do you wrong, it doesn't matter who they are, right? If they mess up, they mess up, Yeah. Yeah. You're in this introvert energy. Again, keeping your privacy, keeping yourself separate from whatever anybody else is doing. You know why? Because it's your business. It doesn't have anything to do with them. Your business. Yeah. What the? Oh, yeah. Somebody's still out here trying to collaborate and coach against you, coach other people. Again, it's an illusion. Claudia Mari, I was reading your message right now when this card came out. I was literally just for the first time looking. It says, will we have an intimate encounter? Girl, your mind is where mine is right now, because I'm like, literally. This is hilarious. But ultimately, it looks like there's good news coming in that situation. So I'll take that from me and for you. uh, Maybe someone was stressed or hours, maybe thinking that like you wouldn't be able to compromise with this person or that you wouldn't be willing to even go that far with this person or something like that. But yeah, you're getting laid. Yeah. Someone was being really stubborn and doesn't want to hear that you've moved on. This is their worst nightmare. And that's, I mean, nightmares come, but you're ready for this. You're ready for this. You're more than ready for this, to be honest. You're more than ready for this, especially if you've already withdrawn and set boundaries, which is what it says here, with the people, in your past. Don't hesitate to do that though, because that's what brings blockages. That's what makes, holdups for you. So, and you'll know, trust your intuition. If you feel like, there's something holding back. Yeah. Some people don't live and learn though. Oh, maybe it's good news that they didn't, though. Oh, okay, I get that. So it is good news that the past people didn't learn, back then, because then you wouldn't be getting what you're getting next. And from what I understand, what's coming next is way better. Isn't it always that way, though? Like, isn't everyone that you've ever left, like, the next person is always better than them, right? They're always better because it's not like you're going, unless, of course, you date backwards, which we don't do that here. Okay. But yeah, it's like always a constant like upgrade, And maybe, if you were always the upgrade for people, this is your upgrade. This is that loyalty that you never received back. This is that weight on you hand and foot. This is that, all of that. So it's the right kind of aid. I forget who I was watching a little bit earlier and they were saying, oh, Damon Wayans. And he had done an interview with Shay Shay and he was talking about his first marriage and he thought he was missing out because he was in an industry and there was a hotter looking woman or whatever and he realized like I messed that up, but he was saying that he'll never get married again, and I believe it's because he knows he married the right person the first time, and that's just the case for some people, especially when it's like in his instance, it feels like he didn't learn the lesson until after the marriage was over and there was no way to repair it. And he was talking about how they recently were at a family function or something like that, and they were able to hang out and actually start enjoying each other's company a little bit more without the animosity or things that were, built up. And I think that's incredibly important, but I don't feel like that's for everybody. Their family unit requires that. They have children and grandchildren that they congregate together in places. If there's an absent parent or an absent party or somebody that you used to be with, you don't need to make room for that person in your life. Even the law believes that when you marry someone, the new person has the legal right to adopt your children, right? And that removes the other parent automatically in most instances. And it's for good reason, because it's a new thing being established. So just understand that your perseverance in all those situations and things like that are leading you to this type of relationship where you guys both help each other in the right ways. And that's incredibly important. Incredibly important. There's a lot of monitoring spirits. Like everybody wants to know what you're up to though. Like it's so annoying, but I get it. If you weren't doing something, then nobody would be even caring about you though, right? Like if you were up to nothing, if you were up to nothing, yeah, everybody sees you in this gain energy. So that's what it is. There's literally a gnat right here on the table and it's driving me nuts. But like, just tune in, Nat. You'll hear what I'm talking about. It's annoying. But yeah, you're in this gain energy where you're gaining a lot. It's not like there's a lot to be gained. Think about an adventure. You see stuff on the way, you meet people on the way, you do things, you might never have experienced otherwise. It's like it's a lot to be gained when you take an adventure in life. And that's where you are. An indulgent adventure. Like I said, this is going to be somebody that's like, yes, I'll rub your feet. Yes. I'll do this. Yes. I'll go make you a sandwich. So it's really good energy. Yeah, there's a lot of senses that help and aid individuals in their journey, their life journey. Anything else? Ooh, yep. You're not cursed with anything. You're not under any type of spell work, any curses or anything like that. You live in this life of luck, you know. You can't be cursed. Again, like I said at the beginning of this, the whole sacrifice. If they understood the word sacrifice, then maybe they wouldn't do it. It's like they basically said, "Oh, this one is the best one to give up to God." Okay. You know, and anything else that they thought that they were or anything else that they thought that they were sacrificing to, you couldn't be. You'd have to agree, right? Ba ba ba. Let's see. I'll look up the word sacrifice again. Surrendering something, but you have to understand, when you give an offering, when you, like, let's say it's to a church or whatever, when you give an offering, you usually are giving something good, right? Something that's beneficial, something that you would use or could have, et cetera, et cetera. So by them giving you up to God, you know, by them saying they sacrifice you and letting you go, essentially it's even better for you, right? Because then you are able to do whatever it is that you want. That's what I understand. To give up something that is valuable in order to help another person. So maybe they needed to sacrifice you so that they could realize their own lessons, you know? Maybe that's just the hugest part of it, is them sacrificing their relationship with you and being in your life so that they could actually help themselves, which is the biggest part of this, right? It literally says to give up something that is valuable to you in order to help another person. So they did a good thing. I can't be mad at anybody for anything they've done because it'll only hold me back. I hope that you guys feel the same way as well. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.